Hey everybody, this is Miss Franz, and I just wanted to check in after spring break. If you're in my English classes, you have some of this information, but the rest of you don't, and so I wanted to make a video for everyone. So first of all, hi. If you guys can hear a noise, it's because my kids are upstairs with Mr. Franz being silly and loud. Just ignore it, okay? First order of business. I miss all of you so much. I hope that you had a good spring break. I hope that you are enjoying being at home, even though I know most or all of you would rather be in the classroom, and I would rather be in the classroom too. But hopefully you're finding the good in this and finding some time to relax and maybe just wear your pajamas all day. Second, I just wanted to remind you guys that there are different ways to contact me. So email, of course, but you can also remind text me. I have put the remind information for each class out there a bunch of times. It's on all the packets if you picked up paper packets. And I'll also be putting it on Classroom today, which I'm not sure why I hadn't done that before, but I'll make sure it's all on there. You can also join me for my office hours. They'll start here in the next few minutes, maybe a little bit late today because I'm recording this kind of late. But you can also join me. I always put the link on Classroom each day. All you have to do is join via Google Meet, and you can ask questions, you can pop in to say hello, whatever you need. Okay, the real reason I wanted to make this video. Before spring break, you guys were responsible for completing days 3 through 17 of your iLearns, right? That was packet 1 through 10, and for most of my packets, they were days 3 through 10 because I didn't want to put 1 and 2 in there and make y'all think you had to do them. And then part of days 11 through 20, right? So before break, you should have completed all the way through day 17, and a lot of you have. But there are still quite a few of you that have not. Either you've turned in nothing, or maybe 1 or 2 assignments, or even maybe just half. So if that's you, and you have not done the work, please, please, please be working on it, because the longer you put it off, the more it's going to pile up. If you're a person who's done the work and just hasn't turned it in, please do turn it in. And I'll spend a little bit of time at the end telling you the best ways to turn things in. After break, this is what's going on, okay? And let me get a nice bright color so that way we can see it here. After break, we have, today we're on day, what is today? 19, I think. I think today's day 19, maybe day 20. No, today's day 20. Yeah, today is day 20, sorry. But we're going to end up going through, as of now, and it could increase and it could change, day 32. So if you're putting it off until the end, you're going to have 29 days worth of work for 6 classes to get done. So just be working on it. If you need help, ask your teachers for help. That's what we're here for during this time. You can always ask me for help. You can even ask me for help with math and stuff if you need it. I won't be much help, but I can help you find the answers or help you find someone who can, okay? So please be doing your work. This should be done. All of that should be completed and hopefully turned in, and if not, go ahead and get that turned in. And this is what we're working on now, okay? And I have all of my assignments through day 30 are posted on Classrooms, and paper copies have been distributed. If you didn't get your paper copy and you're on the list, please let me know, and I will make sure that you get that. And I'm working on day 31 and day 32 now. Okay, let's look at the calendar. So this is our iLearn calendar that I have distributed a couple of different times, but I wanted to show you again today. So before break, this is just reiterating, the blue days are days 3 through 10, right? That was that first packet that I gave everyone in the classroom before we left. Okay, so you should have completed the rest of that packet. Then we moved on to iLearns 11 through 20. You should have completed at least this much of the packet. Okay? Sorry. At least this much of the packet. That's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days in that packet. Then we had spring break. No iLearns. And now, today, is day 20. So that's the day that you're working on today. Okay? Is this one right here. If you'll see, all of the green iLearn packet, all of it, you'll have to do. Okay? That's 21 through 30. And then you even move on to another packet, okay, 31 and 32. I did not show up at all, did it? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll do pink. There we go. These are a lot of days, and it can feel overwhelming. I hope this calendar, which I've remind texted to you, and I'll remind text it to you again if it gets updated again. I hope it's helpful in helping you keep track. If you have an iPhone, you can go through and just have like the mark. You can mark it up, and you can X them off as you go, whatever. I did put one day of May right here, and just one because I didn't want to create a whole new calendar month for just one day. If this changes, I'm not saying it will, I'm not saying it won't, they haven't told me, but if we are asked to stay healthy at home for a longer period of time, I will modify the calendar so that this is in its own month and you can see it more clearly, okay? But this calendar I hope is helpful, and I also just want you to see how much work you should have completed and how much you still have left to complete, so that way you can pace yourself and make a schedule. Next order of business, Google Meet or Zoom. So I've been holding my office hours with Google Meet. It's been from 10 to 12 each day for the last week or so before spring break. And I've had a couple of people show up. One from my art and dance class, about, I think, 4 from one of my English classes. But that's it. And that's totally fine. If you guys don't need my help, that's totally fine. But I started to think, what if it's because it's on Google Meet and not Zoom? So after you watch this video, I want you to chime in and tell me which of these you prefer. Again, English people, this is also in the video I made for you to talk about parts of speech. So, whatever. You don't have to answer it twice if once you've answered it once. But I want to know which of these you would prefer to meet on. And again, it's not required, but this way I can be available to you and I can answer questions. We can talk for a minute, catch up, whatever. Okay, really briefly, let's talk about how to turn things in. And I haven't made this slide yet, so my pen will click as I write, and I apologize. So the best way digitally. Now, keep in mind, if you're turning in paper copies, none of this applies to you. If you are handwriting everything and then dropping it off at the school, you could ignore all this. But also keep in mind that paper copies will take longer to grade, okay? Because they have to sort them, put them in our mailboxes. I only go to the school about once a week to pick up, and then I have to grade those. So that will take longer. But if you're turning in digitally, the very best way to turn things in is on Google Classroom, okay? This is the best way, the very, very best. The reason it's the best is because it's the fastest, nothing gets lost, it's all in one place. I don't have to worry about accidentally deleting the email or losing the remind text, or if you have a bad signal when you send the remind text, like it shows you that it's done, okay? So if it's possible, please, 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 please use Classroom if it's possible. The second best way is email. Now, some of you have exclusively emailed me stuff, and that's fine. It really is fine. Those are the ones that I tend to grade second. And there have been times whenever an email has accidentally gotten deleted, or it got put in the wrong folder and I couldn't find it because there's user error, right? My user error. So I would prefer Classroom. Second to that, email is my second best choice, okay? We're going to put second best here. And then the very last option, the one that I hope that you only use if you absolutely have to, okay, is Remind. Remind is a great tool for, it's a great tool for asking questions, for checking in, but some of you are sending work via Remind, and again, if that's the only way you have to do it, that's fine. But this is the one where there's the most user error for me, and also it's the hardest to get graded, because when you remind text it to me, you have to send it one image at a time. I have to download it one image at a time. I then have to rename it on my computer, email it to myself, and then put it in the correct email folder. So that's like 4 or 5 steps where I could mess up at any of those steps and lose your work, okay? It's kind of like at school when I say, don't hand this in until I'm ready to take it up, because if you hand it in the wrong way, I could lose it. This is the digital version of that, okay? So just know if you're turning stuff in this way, there's a chance it will get lost, you'll have to resubmit it, etc., etc. So this is my least preferred. Now that's not to say you can't do it this way. just that it's my least preferred. I'm most likely to have user error on this one. Okay. Now, if you can remind text, if you have a smartphone, you can also email. And if you need help with that, just let me know and I'll show you how in another video. But you can go to your camera roll, select the photo. So if here's your camera roll, here's my, well, let's just show you, okay? No, I'm not going to show you because I think my screen won't flip right now. I'm on my iPad. So you go to your camera roll. This is my camera roll. You're going to select the photo and it's going to give you options to send. I think it looks like this or something. You are going to select email and then you can send it via email just as easily as Remind, and actually more easily because you can select multiple photos at once to email to me as opposed to selecting one, texting it, selecting one, texting it, selecting one, texting it, okay? If you don't have that option on your phone, that's fine. You can Remind text it, but please, please, please use this as a last resort. Just because it's harder for you, it's harder for me, it's easier to get lost, okay? This is really the best option. And most of you, if you can email it from your phone, you can probably do from Classroom on your phone. There is a Classroom app. It's free. So just keep that in mind. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Again, answer this question, Google Meet or Zoom, which one you would prefer. And if you have any questions, hit me up for office hours, Remind, text me, email me, and I'll answer them. Miss you guys. Make sure to keep up with your work and stay healthy at home. I'll talk to you later.